Thank you for listening. This is a Life During Wartime show here on KBOO Portland. I'm Fred Landeen, Fred the Barber, your host for the evening. This is, in case you haven't heard, this is a special Exploding Hearts memorial show. This show is dedicated with very loving memory to Adam Cox, Jeremy Gage, and Matt Fitzgerald, 3 of the 4 members of the Exploding Hearts who were very, very tragically killed this Sunday on their way back from a couple shows in San Francisco. I'm sure pretty much anyone that's listening to the show has already heard about that by now. But if you haven't, I'm really sorry that you just heard. Anyway, their memorial service was today, and it was really good. I thought it was really uplifting to hear so many people saying so many nice things about these guys and their music, and a lot of their family was there, and I think they definitely appreciated hearing these things being said. First, I'm going to play something off of the first demo that they ever recorded. This is the first song on that demo. It's called Modern Kicks.
I don't mind.
All right, that was the Exploding Hearts playing Making Teenage Faces. Before that, Throwaway Style from their LP. Making Teenage Faces was from a 7-inch. And Modern First Demo, which came out much later as a single on Pilato. That was the first thing they recorded like in maybe November of 2001. And they sent that off to Pilato, and he agreed to put out a single. And it didn't come out till like November of, almost a year later, like November or December of 2002. And by the time it came out, the LP had already come out with a much more upbeat version of Modern Kicks. And I remember Adam making fun of that version. He was griping about the single coming out so late. He was like, I can't get Modern Kicks. But then, as Christy pointed out, lots of people, when they heard the 7-inch version, they thought it was like a new mix, that they had slowed it down. Like they'd gone and redone it all slow, and that some people loved it a lot more. So there you go. You never know how that's going to work out. Here's the Exploding Hearts live, December 12th, 2001.
You won't have to be afraid in the dark. looking out at the stars. If one should fall, I wish for you. I'm just a jailbird for your love. A jailbird, honey, honking years on the wall till I come home to you. That's what I'll do. Tried to leave you 'cause I didn't believe you when you told all those lies. This ball and chains got my heart in pain until the day that I die. The jailer man took me away. Oh, what would did I really say? Oh, now it hurts and I said, oh, good. I've seen you on the tilt-a-whirl. Kissing right on mine. I'm just a jailbird for your love. Jailbird, honey, marking years on the wall till I come home to you. That's what I'll do for you. The jailer man took me away. Oh, what would did I really say? Oh, now it hurts and I said, oh, good. I've seen you on the tilt-a-whirl. I'm just a jailbird for your love. Jailbird, honey, marking years on the wall till I get home to you. That's what I'll do. Alright, talk to me. For you, and I belong to you.
All right, the amazing Exploding Hearts playing live in the studio. Thanks so much, guys. And we're going to get them in here right away. Well, that was the Exploding Hearts and me on December 12th, 2001, when they played live in our studio here. That was really shortly after their first live show. I'm going to play some other stuff now. I'm going to play, first, I'm going to play the Bedpans. Is that Ratch? Yeah. Okay, well, actually, Ratch, why don't you just, for anyone who doesn't know, why don't you just tell what your relation to the band is, and then say whatever you'd like to say about them.
Well, I was the manager of the Exploding Hearts, and so basically, manager in this case meant that I did just about everything, because we didn't have much money, so it meant that I had to manage, had to book, had to do publicity, had to do just about everything I could do, but mostly what I kind of felt my job was to protect them, and meaning protecting them from a lot of the industry people who are savvy and really good at basically trying to screw bands over and bleed them and make them what they want them to be. And I didn't want the Hearts to be that, because they had so much potential, and they were really going places, and they had something that nobody really out there has right now. I don't know. They pretty much were, I worked really hard to find a band like them to work with, and I kind of feel like they're probably my highest point. It was more like a family than it was some sort of a manager-band relationship where, you know, it's more business. It was business, but for me it was more almost of a parental role at times. And I'm going to miss them a lot. It's a huge loss to me, and I have a huge hole inside that I'm not quite sure what is going to really fill that. I don't think it's ever going to be replaced by anyone, but you know, I don't know. I'm just going to miss them a lot, like you will. And I wish that more people could have heard them, and there's no doubt in my mind that they would have been huge. So
yeah, they were definitely one of the bands that I always thought, you know, regardless of the economics of it, that I wouldn't mind if they were on the radio. I wouldn't mind if they were on the TV. You and Terry were the last people with them, so I'm wondering if you can just tell us just about the last couple days that you spent with them, their shows in San Francisco. Talk about those.
Okay. I don't know. I know there's a lot of bands that tour and whatnot, and so they could relate to this. Usually when you go to San Francisco for the first time, you know, you're lucky to be able to open a decent show, but you end up having like 30 people show up if you're lucky, and you don't make any money. And the Exploding Hearts, we'd canceled shows in San Francisco twice due to just various reasons, and the Bottom of the Hill, which is, you know, one of the best clubs in San Francisco, had asked the Exploding Hearts to headline a show. And so I was pretty shocked because first time through, and they're going to headline. I was like, all right. So basically went down there, and they play with a band called Secret Synthy and the Deadly Weapons, which features this girl, Tina, who's like in the Bobby Teens and like 4 other projects. And the Bottom of the Hill show was just incredible. The fans were rabid. The guys played amazingly well, and we made some money. And the band was on Shredding Paper, a magazine that just came out last week, actually.
Right, they're on the cover.
They're on the cover. And Mel, the editor, he brought us 100 copies. He hand-delivered them, and Mel never goes to shows anymore. And everybody was like, whoa, Mel is here. The next night, we were going to leave and go home, and then the next night, they were asked to play a show at the Parkside and headline. It was like a 5-band bill with, like, the Bobby Teens were on that, and the girls from Seattle, and a band called SLA, and then this crazy band from LA called the Schoolgirls. And it was a great show, and we kind of had canceled in the Parkside a couple times, so we thought, you know what, we should just do it because we kind of owe them. So we stayed, and they played like, by the time they got on, there was like 20 minutes left. And so they played like 15, 20 minutes, and again, the crowd went nuts. And we went to City Lights bookstore because Matt and Jeremy are really into reading, and they were so excited because, of course, it's the famous Beat, you know, Generation Hub. And so, I don't know, we had a great time, and we were kind of like on top of the world because we were probably going to do something with Lookout, but more importantly, we were excited because it looked like we might get some opening slots for the Donnas. And the Exploding Hearts and the Donnas, like, from the minute I worked with the Hearts, that was one of our goals, to get something out on Lookout and to have them open shows with the Donnas. We're like, oh my gosh, we're going to get them.
I read something on the DirtNet message board of someone was talking about the last songs that they were playing at the Parkside. Is that the name of the club?
It was the Parkside, yeah.
Parkside. That they pulled the PA.
Yeah. They pulled the PA because, you know, it was after hours. Like, they wanted to go home. And the band just kept playing, and they're singing without microphones. The crowd was singing. Some of the crowd was singing along with them. And it was fine. Like, it was weird because they pulled the vocals, but they didn't pull the instruments, you know?
Right.
But it didn't matter. And then they were like, here's a bottle of vodka to take with you, and here's this, and here's a bunch of money, you know? I don't know. It was a crazy evening because all the bands were good, and it was just like the Bobby Teens, actually, Jeremy, the drummer, he was a huge fan of the Bobby Teens. They were kind of like his heroes. Like, I guess Russell Kwan was the drummer.
Oh, yeah. I know. He was always talking about every band that Tina's been in, and Russell Kwan.
Uh-huh. And guess what? They opened for the Exploding Hearts. And Jeremy just thought the fact that they opened for them was insane. You know, and so he was just like, I can't believe we're opening for Tina and Russell Kwan. This is crazy. oh my God. And all these people kept walking up to them, and, Jeremy especially was like, Rats, why do they want to talk to us? Like, why do they care what we think? Like, why do they want to know us? And I was like, it's just the way it is, You guys are kind of a shining example of, how a lot of people want to be, or as far as musicians want to succeed, and they were succeeding. And Jeremy was like, I just don't get it. I don't get it at all.
I love that he didn't get it.
I don't know. They really proved themselves, and they were proud of themselves. And we were on an extreme high on the way home. Adam really said, we did it. We really did it. And I said, yeah, you did. And I don't know. It was really growing quickly. And I'm sure the Bumper Shoot show would have been great. And I'm sure that the tour in September and October would have been great. And I'm sure after that they would have pretty much been unstoppable. I don't know. It's a hard thing for me. And I'm sure for you,
That's a hard thing for everyone, I think, that ever knew them or, was really affected by their music, which is pretty much anyone that heard that,
I think so. But I just thank you because you're a huge supporter. So, we couldn't have done it without you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much for calling in, Ratch. I really appreciate it.
No problem. I'd be down, but I tell you, I am pretty tired.
I understand. This is the Exploding Hearts Tribute Show here on KBOO Portland, 90.7 FM.
Riding round on your fast bicycle, looking sharp in your old green Parker. Everyone's calling me a Hank. Smoke cigarettes and act like we're from England. It is not. I said, it is not. It is not. It is not. Now we're all gonna get together. Take a box and shine our mirrors. Gonna invite all the punks. At the mob party, gonna have fun. Like, it is not. I said, it is not. It is not. It is not. Talk about my generation, 'cause you know the Beatles were faking. Gonna invite all the punks at the mob party, gonna have fun. 'Cause it is not. I said, it is not. It is not. It is not.
All right, that was the Bedpans featuring Jeremy Gage on drums. And now we're going to have Mitch has called up and he wants to say a couple words about the Exploding Hearts. And
My name's Nick, by the way.
Nick, sorry.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, I went to the service today and didn't say anything out loud, but Matt, the bass player, is a good friend of mine, and I'm completely sad to see him go. Jeremy Gage, I worked with him for a long time. We were both managers at a movie theater, and Jeremy was the type of guy who was like, okay, let's get everything together, and then when we have 3 minutes, let's run outside and smoke a joint and have fun, and he was a good guy. I already really miss them. We're having a wake for them right now. Kind of wake, I think, that, well, at least Matt would have wanted for himself. I mean, I guess I don't have much else to say. I just really miss those boys.
Hey, Nick,
and my friends.
How many people you got over there?
There's about 25, 30 of us.
Well, you all raise your glasses and give a big cheer into the phone right now.
We did. Well, I'm actually outside away from the public amount. because it's too loud in there.
Okay.
But I'm at Matt Fitzgerald's house. Well,
Okay.
this was his house. I mean, his records, his equipment, his clothes are still here, and so it's kind of hard.
Do you feel up to going back in the house and getting everyone to give a big cheer?
Yeah. Let me try and get a group together for you, and
Okay.
just let me know.
I'm ready when you are.
All right, hold on one second. Hey, you guys. This phone's live on KBOO. This guy wants me to go inside and give a loud cheer for everybody. I got it. But come inside and give a loud cheer. This is live on KBOO. Come here. Everybody inside right now. All right, buddy, hold on one second.
All right.
Hey, everybody. This is live on KBOO. We need to give a cheer to our fucking comrades.
What do we get?
Hey, take it in there. Yeah. Who cares? This is live on KBOO. We need to give a cheer to our comrades, all right? Here we go, buddy. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go.
I am not a shit ass. I love you, Danny. I love you, Matt.
All right. I bet that felt
Fuck
really...
you. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, no shit. Thanks for doing this, bro.
Nobody gonna break my heart. Heart full of napalm, babe. Nobody gonna break my heart. Heart full of napalm. Got a heart full of napalm. I'm a walking bomb. You better shut it up, 'cause I'll blow you up. Got a heart full of napalm, and you know what I mean. Man, you live for studying my dream. Nobody gonna break my heart. Heart full of napalm, babe. Nobody gonna break my heart. Heart full of napalm. Nobody gonna break my heart. Heart full of napalm, babe. Nobody gonna break my heart. Heart full of napalm, babe. Nobody gonna break my heart. And you know what I mean. And you know what I mean. And you know what I mean.
All right, that was a couple bands that the Exploding Hearts fellows were real good friends with. The Discords, who really became sort of proteges of the Exploding Hearts. It was really good to see the interaction between those two bands. And the Riffs, who were really good friends and very supportive of Exploding Hearts. And Adam had played with the Deadbeat Hearts. Adam and Terry both actually played with the Deadbeat Hearts, which had a couple members, Gabe and Kyle of the Riffs. And then Adam toured just this year with the Riffs. It was supposed to be like a 6-week tour, and it kind of fell apart on them. But he still went out with them, and he was still into it and excited about punk, you know? Anyway, I'm falling apart a little here. On the 30th, there's 2 benefit shows for the Exploding Hearts Relief. And one is in the early evening. That's at the Meow Meow at 7 p.m. The Discords are going to play that with the Electric Eye, the Spits, and the Briefs. Also, there'll be a photo memorial display. Christy, tell me about that.
I'm going to try to get some more boards, and if you have any photo memories you want to share, bring copies, not your originals, because I want the families to be able to take them with them.
So you have some like foam core board, and you'll pin up photos.
Right, and I'll have push pins. Just stick up your favorite photos of you with the boys.
And then later that night at Dante's, that is 21 and over, the Minds are going to play that, the Riffs, the Epoxies, and either King Louie solo, one-man band, or King Louie with his old no-po donks, 10-4 backdoor. And both of those shows, I think, will be accepting any amount of money you want to give above a certain amount. Anyway, you're listening to the Life During Wartime show here on KBOO, and this is our dedicated show to the boys in the Exploding Hearts who passed on Sunday. And passed. That's so dumb to say. I'm sorry for saying that. They're gone, but they'll never leave our hearts. I figure it's time again in the evening for a good old sing-along. So if you're at home, turn it up real loud and sing along right now. I'm a pretender.
Such an absurd
We heard the Exploding Hearts doing Thorns and Roses, which is a really cool song because it has their good friend Jessica singing along. It took me hearing that the first couple times before, and actually them telling me that was Jessica singing, because she sounded so... Adam sounded so much like a girl sometimes, let's be honest. No, I'm just kidding. He's not around to kick my ass anymore, so... So anyway, the first couple times I heard that, I didn't even pick up that there were two vocalists. But it was Jessica, who is the person who organized the memorial today, and she's a really great person who really was intricately involved with everything going on with the Exploding Hearts. Anyway, we have someone else on the phone who wanted to talk. This is Ida from Long Beach. You're listening on the computer?
Yeah, my boyfriend and I were this weekend. We drove up to San Francisco when we saw their last shows, and it blew us out of our mind. Like we thought we liked them as much as we could, but when we saw them live, it was just like it was unreal, and it was amazing. Like I don't know, so it's just so sad, and we were just listening on the internet and drinking and.
So were you at both shows that they played up in San Francisco?
Yeah, it was our first time in San Francisco, and that was the reason we actually went, but we ended up staying there a week. We talked to some guy that was like one of the bouncers at the bottom of the hill, and we're like, is there anywhere else that's kind of like this place? And he told us, the Parkside. So the next day we were like, let's go check out that place. So we go, and then we're like, that someone's playing tonight, and the guy at the door said, yeah, the Exploding Hearts. And we're like, oh my God, again? So we pay our $5. We're like, $5, that's it? And then all of our friends, like in Long Beach, we all love the Exploding Hearts. So we totally call and make everyone jealous. Oh. And it was just like it was so cool. Like we were singing along with Adam after they turned off the mics, and it was just what an experience. Like, and then the whole way home we kept talking about what a good time, and I can't wait to see them in Long Beach, and they're just going to be, how much more fun are we going to be able to have with them? And it's just like, God, it's like affected us like completely. It's so depressing, but music was just magical to us. Yeah,
it definitely is. It definitely is really magical. And I'm so glad that you got to go and you got to see them twice, and you got to see. I've seen them a lot of times in everything from basements to crappy bars without a PA, to playing at Barbati's, which is a really big bar when they opened for the Buzzcocks, and no sound system, an amazing sound system. Every time it was pretty intense and great, and it was just fun. And they were a band that made me want to dance every single time I saw them. And
we were totally. I mean, everybody there. You can't not. Everyone there was just dancing around. It was just so much fun. Guitar Romantic is like the soundtrack of our life right now. We're just all of our friends. That's all we play all weekend, blasting it. So right now, when you told us to blast it, we did. We put it really loud, and we were dancing around. And I just had to call and give my little story about this weekend or last weekend.
Well, I appreciate you calling so much. Thanks, Ida.
Thank you.
As hard as this is on everyone, you'll have that memory forever, and you'll have the record and the music forever.
Yeah.
And, pay tribute to them by enjoying it still.
Yeah, thank you.
We've got someone else on the line here. Hello, are you there?
Yeah, I just wanted to say that, Adam was really awesome. He had the most beautiful eyes I'd ever seen, and, it was really awesome to just, hang out with him and talk for hours about everything. And, Matt was the coolest. He had, really great taste in music, and he really had his head on straight, and it's just really a shame, to see him go. And I just, I really wanted to, say to Terry, if he's listening, that he's really brave, and everybody right now is thinking of him. It's okay if he wants to flip out and have some time to himself, and just, hang out. He's really, really, really brave. And, and my heart's with him and everybody else that knows Adam and Matt like I do. So
Well, thank you for calling. And yeah, that I think you said some sentiments that everyone feels right now, and that's that our hearts are really with Terry and Ratch. That's a lot to go through, and our hearts really go out to them. And I was glad that they made it today and that they were around. And I'm glad they're still here. You know, I wish everyone was, but I'm glad at least we have a couple people left. Now we're going to hear from the upcoming single on Dirt Nap. This is the Exploding Hearts doing "We Don't Have to Worry Anymore."
Posters on my wall and
fuck me, woo! The reason I said that there is because on the original recording, that's how the song ended, but Adam thought it was maybe a little too risque. I don't know. He always said that there was no swearing on any Exploding Heart songs, but Christy pointed out at the end of one of the other songs, he said, shit, like real quietly, but...
Shit.
And by the way, if anyone knows what the crazy Manson stuff that he was whispering in Your Shadow, he would never tell me. So if you know, please tell me. Anyway, this has been the Life During Wartime memorial tribute show to our friends Adam, Jeremy, and Matt of the Exploding Hearts and the Bedpans and the Spider Babies and the Iguanas and a million other bands that I couldn't keep track of. And this is the last song we're going to play tonight. This is also from their upcoming single. This is it's hard to end the show here, but you're listening to KBOO Portland, so now I've met the legal requirement. But guys, if you're listening, I love you.
You put the chips and switch on me.